Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. Today we are back in the Chamonix State Park. I know, big surprise, right? No, we're here because I wanted to show you an addition to the garden that has been made in the last week. And this is only one of two that will be up in the next week or so. So I can't wait for you guys to see this. This is something that people have been asking about ever since this project was first started about 2 years ago. Actually, about 2 years ago to the week, I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get in the garden so I can show this to you. I can't wait for you to see it. All right, here we are going into the entrance. I always go in 99.9% of the time. And as soon as we round this corner, you're gonna see what this thing is. You ready? Look, a bench. There's finally a bench in the garden. Now this particular bench was purchased by one of the volunteers who had this bench made especially and had it engraved just for his high school class, which they just had their little reunion here yesterday. And as you can see, Ben Salem High School, class of 1970. And now just to show you what you'll see when you're sitting on the bench, which this is my first time sitting on it. I helped put this bench in, actually. It was me and 3 other people. So you get to see the whole garden just from sitting here. Right now there's not much shade, but you know, it's between 1 and 2 o'clock right now, so the sun's kind of almost directly overhead. The other bench that's going to be put up sometime in the next week, I believe, is going to be in a shadier spot, and I'll show you where that is. You can see flowers have started, most definitely in full effect over there. And we'll take a look at that in a minute though. So first, let me grab my water because it's very hot and humid out today. So the other bench, from what I understand, is going to go right here. So right here, facing out this way. So pretty much this will be the view that you have from the bench here. And this one is actually in shade because we're directly under a tree here. But you still get to see pretty much the whole garden from here, as you can see. And I hope that more benches will come. And how they can come? Well, for those of you who do come here and frequent this place, you could always get together some of your own fundraising, and you can reach out to the park, the management office, and you can find their number online. Just look up in the Chamonix State Park, and they'll happily guide you through the process of purchasing a bench and donating it to the park. I'm not sure how much it is. I know it's not really cheap, but it's not really expensive either. Definitely in the 4 figures, but I don't know for sure, and I don't want to make any claims as to price. But I just love the fact that there's finally a bench in here. And you can see my phlox plant that I put in, also in full effect here with its flowers. It's not as tall as it was last year, but nothing seems to be eating it like it was doing last year. Wisteria bush all going like 100% here now. Still looks better than it did when we first started here, as does the hostas, of course. And you can see they're all getting their flowers. There's some there, and you can see them all throughout. Tall ones over that way. You can see they're gonna be ready to bud soon. So that's always pretty. Everything over here going well. The hosta right there has its own little flowers growing. The columbines, yeah, they're done flowering for the season. They only do it for a very short amount of time, and then they just get these little seed pods on them. So that's sad, but at least the plant itself is flourishing. Solomon seal doing good, except for this one in the middle. That one's gone. That's all right though, there's plenty of others. The new tree is doing good. The new plants over in the reflecting pool and the fountain, all doing well. So this bee balm down here is starting to flower finally. And I believe with the white flowers back there, I believe that's a digitalis, which I think is also called foxglove, but don't quote me on that. There's the other columbine, has spread out to here and down here too. So, oh, see, now we get to hear the announcements from the pool. I always love this when I'm making videos and the announcement comes over the loudspeaker. This guy gets to listen to it all day. But so do I when I'm working. If I happen to be anywhere in an earshot, but you can hear that's pretty loud. Cone flowers are coming along. They have little buds on them. I had hoped that they would bush out a little bit this year because they're starting to get too tall. You can see this one's leaning, but it's not stopping the flowers from growing. The black-eyed Susan here, it's not flowered yet, but they're coming along. I think they're going to be in the center there, like the center of the group of leaves. This, I believe, is Coreopsis, same thing that's over in the reflecting pool. So that's flowering. We have the red cardinal flower, which spread all these right here, all these. It's all red cardinal flower, so that's spread out. We have new plants in here. In the cage there, another black-eyed Susan, as well as next to it. Again, no flowers on them yet, but the cone flowers back there. And then this bee balm is starting to flower, but nowhere near as much as this one. I guess this one gets more direct sun, so it's gonna flourish a little bit more. More digitalis in the background there. So everything here in the garden is doing great. I know that the volunteers had told me that before they had their little shindig yesterday with their reunion, that they had been here themselves and mowed all of this because it kind of needed to be mowed. It was a little long and we just hadn't had time to get around to it. So they took it on themselves to mow it, and it looks great. They use like gas mowers and little push mowers and stuff. Did an awesome job. They have been doing an awesome job since day one. Since my day 2 of the restoration when I came in, and they had already done some little handiwork, and I had no idea who it was. But they are very awesome. They've worked hard. I worked hard along with them during the beginning parts, but now I'm no longer allowed to. So, I mean, and that's okay, because the hardest part, I think, was the digging out of all the paths in there. And we got that done while I was still a volunteer, long before I even ever thought I could be an employee. And speaking of the new tree in there, we'll take a little peek, just because this is a quick video. We'll take a little peek at how these trees are doing back here. I don't want to get too close. I did get poison ivy back here when we were clearing this out. I now currently have it again on my left arm. It itches like crazy, but I'm not touching it. I've learned my lesson with that. Some cortisone and wait it out. But yeah, the new trees back here, they took really well. Some of them had to have cages on them, like that one. This one did not. And as part of my ongoing project here, when time permits, I've been tasked with fixing the trees, the newer trees, not the newest trees, but the newer trees, as the stakes that are holding them up in the cages, they need to be readjusted. Maybe the stakes need to be moved around. The cages need to be cut to allow the branches to flow. And it doesn't sound like a big task, but it can be. The one day I was doing a group of them in the front there, and I had one left, and there was a wild turkey there, and it was blocking me from getting to that one tree. I mean, I normally wouldn't have paid it no mind, but the thing kind of sat down and cocked its head, and I read that they do that right before they pounce. And I didn't feel like having my chest ripped open. He had some pretty big claws. So, yeah, I did eventually get to it. That sound you keep hearing is my little water canteen hitting my wallet. I'm actually wearing shorts at the park, which I haven't done for quite a while. Usually I wear jeans when I'm here. But yep, the park finally has a bench. Imagine that. Oh well. It's hot, it's humid. I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go hit Home Depot and a couple other places, price up some air conditioners. Definitely need one in my bedroom. Especially tonight, it's gonna be kind of humid and hot out. So I guess I'll just end it here. I'll head back to the parking lot. If this is your first time here, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and when you do that, make sure you hit the notification bell. That way you'll be sure to be notified as soon as I upload new videos. I'm trying my best to make as many videos as I can. It gets a little tough, like I've explained before, but they will still keep coming. And make sure that you do hit that subscribe button, notification bell, and then you'll know exactly when they come out. Also, if you could do me a favor and hit that little thumbs up button right below the video. That way I can see how many people have seen this and liked it. It also helps me with the YouTube algorithm. I am at this point, I think, 147 subscribers away from a goal that I set for myself a little over a year ago, which was to get to 1,000 subscribers. So we really need to amp this up. If you can, share out these videos to anybody that you think would like them. Make sure to encourage them to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.